What's up, YouTube? So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and go out, and after I'm done doing some things, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the bookstore, pick up some new books. I thought I'd take you guys with me just so you can see one of the bookstores that I like to go to, specifically my favorite one, the University Bookshop, and just show you guys around a little bit, and you guys can go book shopping with me. It's really cold outside right now because the seasons are all changing. Like over here in New Zealand, the seasons are different from American seasons. So right now it's fall and winter is in June. So it's like really cold. I gotta wear my jacket. And you see people from New Zealand who are like used to this kind of weather, like it being really cold. And you know, cause me, I'm a South Florida guy. I'm used to all the sun and the sunny warm weather. And you've got people who, in this cold weather, they're out there wearing shirts and shorts, and I'm like, man, it's insane. I could never do it. This is my university, the University of Otago. This is where I'm doing my PhD in experimental psychology. So this river right here is called the Leith River. It runs around the university, and it's like one of the big rivers in the city Dunedin. And like there's usually like I don't know if you can see any now, but there's usually like a lot of ducks that hang out here on campus or like hang out in the river. So they've got the fantasy section and the classic sections right next to each other. These are two genres that, I really like to read, so this is one of my favorite corners in the store. They have the first two books in the Farseer trilogy, which I recently made videos about those books. They don't have the third book here in the trilogy, but I found that they have the third book in this trilogy at a used bookstore, so I'll probably get it there for a cheaper price, so that's always nice.
So is it 33.98? So then we have to switch the thing to get the pin.
So I just got some new books from the bookstore. Man, these books in New Zealand are expensive. They are expensive. So I want to go ahead and share the three books I got at the bookstore. Shout out to my girlfriend for giving me a book voucher for Christmas last year. That's what I used to buy these books. So the first book is this book, Till, by Daniel Kellman. What made me want to get this book is I really liked the book cover. I thought it was really cool. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but sometimes we all kind of do that. So this novel, as far as I understand, it's based on this person or this figure from German folklore, this trickster figure named Till, and he kind of just goes around and messes with people. So yeah, I don't really know much about this book. I just thought it looked cool and I grabbed it. I'm excited to read this one to see a little bit more into what Till is like. Um, Maybe learn a little bit more about the story of what Till was back in the day in medieval Germany. So the next book is Lifespan: Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to by David Sinclair. This book, I mean, obviously the title, Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to, is something that's going to catch your attention immediately because it's like, we don't have to age. That sounds like pretty intense and pretty cool and something that most people might want to look into. I'm kind of skeptical about the claim of being able to reverse the aging process because this book supposedly is all about how, with modern science, this author thinks that aging is a disease that can be cured and that we can actually get to a point where we can slow down aging and even reverse some of its effects to the point where, we could live to be like 130 years old and like still be in good health and things like that. So this was definitely a book that caught my attention. I'm excited to read it and to see what he has to offer in terms of the science he's providing to back up his position. And then the third book I picked up is 10 Caesars, uh, Roman Emperors from Augustus to Constantine by Barry Strauss. I got this book because, I mean, I like to pick up some history books every once in a while and just read about things that happened a long time ago, people who used to live a long time ago. And ancient Rome is actually one of the time periods in history that I find interesting and that I like to learn about. I'm already familiar with some of these Roman emperors, but I just wanted to get more in depth into who they were, into what it was like when they were the emperors, just more about who they were and what life was like back then when they were around doing their thing as the emperors of Rome. So those are the three books that I picked up from the bookstore. And then another book that I didn't pick up from the bookstore but I want to talk about is this book, Leonardo da Vinci by Walter Isaacson. I just wanted to introduce this book because I'll be talking about it soon because I just recently finished this. I got this for Christmas last year. And this book was really, really, really good in terms of learning about someone inspirational. I didn't really know much about Leonardo da Vinci. Know things. You know things like he painted the Mona Lisa and he was like a Renaissance man, but you don't really realize, or at least I didn't really realize how curious this guy was and how his curiosity led him to like master a lot of different areas. He was like really big into anatomy, into engineering, and he was even before the Wright brothers came along, he was making plans about like how he could put together things that could help humans fly one day. So he's someone who was ahead of his time in a lot of different areas. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and taking a trip to the bookstore with me and around my area. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.